Hey, and welcome to the newest episode of Fragrant Verve, Chronic Verve's new show. In this show, we talk all about smells and good stuff like that. We have men's and women's. Today, obviously, it is another men's episode, and the men are here. My name's Brian. You probably recognize me from the Vervecast.
I'm Cole.
You probably read some of his columns, but he hasn't been on any sort of media as of yet.
Yeah.
So, unless you've been watching the show prior, new face. Anyway, today we are reviewing Mont Blanc Individuel. It is, like I said, from the house of Mont Blanc. It is pretty well known for being very similar to another fragrance by Creed called Original Santal. And the only difference is Creed is several $100s and Mont Blanc is like 20. So, it does smell a lot like Original Santal. We can get into that later. I'm not going to make this isn't a comparison, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. It does smell very close. There are differences, but they're not bad differences. Some people actually like the smell of this better than the Creed one. This also came out before Creed, so it's not like a ripoff or anything. But as for the notes, there's a lot listed, so you're going to have to bear with me. I had to write them all down. At the top, you have rosemary, pineapple, coriander, cinnamon, lavender, juniper berries, mint, apple, cardamom. In the mid, you have orange blossom, violet, jasmine, and geranium. And in the base, you have sandalwood, amber, patchouli, musk, raspberry, vanilla, chocolate, oak moss, and vetiver. What do you think about it?
The only thing I could ever see coming out of that is maybe lavender.
Yeah, I think, okay, for Mont Blanc, if you haven't smelled Original Santal, which if you have, it's very similar to that. Everything in that list it's very well blended. So you're not going to pick out individual notes, I'd say. Mm-hmm. To me, if you haven't smelled anything and you want to know, you're looking at ordering this online, you don't know what it smells like, to me, and if you read the reviews online, a lot of people agree with me, or I agree with them. It smells a lot like a dryer sheet. A lot like a dryer sheet.
Just like you rubbed your body and bounce.
And when you first spray it on, I find there's a bit of a sharpness to it that I don't like. Like you get a little bit of a nose wrinkle, if you will.
Yeah.
But as it goes on, I really do start enjoying it. And it's not like just a dryer sheet out of the box. It's like if you threw the dryer sheet on the way out of the dryer. There's some heat that comes off of it to me. It's like I can almost feel a heat coming off a dryer sheet when it's on me. And I know that sounds weird, obviously, but I do get that. But it's very comforting. And I thought that I would like this more in the summer. But for me, I think this is like almost the ultimate fall feel-good fragrance.
And that's where I disagree. I think it's a really kind of a cool, fresh fragrance. It actually just reminds me of like the clothesline outside. So to me, this is the ultimate summer scent. I would probably not wear this too much in the winter or when it's colder. I don't find it that strong either. So like being in the heat wouldn't really bother me with it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, for me, it like a lot of times when it's getting colder, you want a fragrance that's strong, that has good longevity, and can project through that cold. And I haven't worn this in the winter yet. I've only had this for like a month maybe.
Yeah.
So I haven't tested it out yet, but I have a feeling that this could punch through cold. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Out of all the notes I read here, you said you picked up lavender. I don't get lavender so much. I do get it though. There's a lot in here I do not get at all. I can see where, I think it was on Fragrantica, raspberry was one of the top things that people voted they smelled. And I can kind of get that, although you smell this, you do not smell raspberry. I can kind of see maybe where some raspberry roots took place and it evolved into something else. I can kind of see where they're getting it, although it doesn't smell like a raspberry anymore. I don't know if that's hard to...
Actually, now that I sniff it, I kind of get chocolate, I guess, and vanilla.
Yeah.
At the end, because I've been wearing it for a while.
It's like, I don't know, it's not like fragrances that are heavy, and it's not a gourmand fragrance or anything. It's not your typical chocolate. It's hard to describe. It's very fresh, and the raspberry is more like, you can see where they built upon the raspberry. Chocolates, I don't.
I mean, it doesn't smell like chocolate. It's just kind of like a sweetness, I guess you could describe it. Yeah, because chocolate's a pretty unique scent. Like, it doesn't smell like chocolate. It smells sweet like chocolate.
When I think chocolate, I think of like Amen and fragrances like that, and it's not like that at all.
No,
but
I think it's too fresh to be. Chocolate seems heavy.
And like vetiver, I don't get vetiver. I don't get amber. Really, it's weird. I don't get pineapple or even like. I do see where the juniper berries are coming in though. Actually, I think out of all these, the juniper berries are a major player in the way that I don't think I've actually smelled a real. I've never smelled a juniper berry, I don't think, but I smell like gin, like is derived from juniper berries, and that kind of like smell you get. Like, I don't know if the smell or the taste, but is very similar. I can see it in that, I guess. So, juniper berries, I would say is a main player, and what else did I say was a main player? Raspberry, I guess, ish. And Cole, you said lavender.
Probably. I said lavender just because of the whole bounce sheet thing. I think it's not the same as if you had like sniffed a lavender plant. It's just it's subtle. But I think out of all of them, I'd smell that the most.
Yeah. Where would you wear it?
Like to a family get together. Okay. Anywhere where I want it to be clean, I guess. Like work, school. It's not super strong. It doesn't project super far.
Yeah, I would say you could wear this. It's very versatile. You could wear it anywhere. Like date, night out, daytime, good for work, good for school. Don't think you're going to offend anyone. But also, I don't think too many people is for like people coming up to you and complimenting you on it. You kind of just smell like you wash your clothes.
Yeah, you're not going to get compliments on it. It just, you've got good hygiene.
Yeah.
It's good first impression, but no one's really going to bring it up.
Yeah. I would say, it's like, it's if you really enjoy taking your laundry out of the dryer, you're just kind of prolonging that smell, I guess. It's the best way I can say. But you smell really good, and people are going to enjoy being around you, and especially being close to you, because it's very comforting. It's very, you want to be close, I guess. But yeah, I'd say pretty much you can wear it anywhere. It performs very well. I'd say that it has a good projection, especially in the first few hours. And it lasts, I put it on this morning, and it's, I don't know, like 8 o'clock now.
Yeah.
And it's still coming up. I can still smell it. So
I can't on me. I don't find it didn't last on me that long. Like, I can smell it still if I put my nose right there, but you wouldn't be able to smell it on me from far away. Or, like, even right here. I can't smell you.
Yeah, I find it's most different on you than it does on me after I smell your arm there. Mine smells a lot, almost hotter. Yours smells a little cooler.
I don't smell yours at all.
Anyways, it's there. It's higher up my arm. I just put a sweater on. But, I think it'd be good. You can wear it anywhere. It performs very well. And it performs... If you're trying to find something that compares to the original Santal, I smelled original Santal, but I haven't really experimented to know its performance very well. So, but from what I've read, the performance is on par. It's basically the same. And, I would say if you really need a versatile fragrance and something that's inoffensive, this is the way to go. What do you give it out of 5?
Out of 5, I would probably give it about 4 or slightly less than 4.
So like 3.5 maybe?
No, because like not low enough to be 3.5, but not like as high as 4.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's kind of like
0.7.5.
Yeah, it's how I feel about Gentlemen Only. Really, like it's good because like I like to hug people, but I find would be really good in the summer because I find it like a cooler scent. You find it hotter, but
yeah, I don't find it so much hot as warming, I guess, but. It's just in the heat, and when I think of summer, I think the heat of the summer, I want something that's very, like, cool and kind of, but I mean, sometimes I wear stuff that's made from winter in the summer, so it doesn't really matter. But I would give it also, I'm going to give it a 3.5, and I think that I normally give it a 3, but I'm giving it a 0.5 just because it's so cheap. And if you're if you're looking to get a lot of value for your money, for like $20, or if you can find it for $20-$30, that's insane that you can get this for $20-$30. The original Santal is like, if you want to get that, you can go up to like $300 if you're from out of the country. So that's amazing. But yeah, so 3.5, great value. I definitely recommend it. I feel that you're safe if you just want to blind buy it. Everyone's gonna like it. No one can dislike this smell. It just smells good. You're gonna
smells
smell
like
good.
home.
Yeah.
Like Mama used to make.
Yeah. But so that's the deal. You got a 3.75 and a 3.5. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you go buy some Mont Blanc Individuel and enjoy it. It's a great fragrance, and we'll try and pump out another review as fast as we can.